Welcome back to another episode of AP Euro. I'm Wyatt and Aneesh, joined by mag- my splendid friend and co-host Aneesh Trajan.
Hey there, Wyatt. It's great to be here. The topic that we have for today is tall elves. Every single time you show me the topic, it's always upside down.
Well, I don't look at it beforehand. I just hold up the piece
I
of
know,
paper.
but like it's like consistently always upside down.
Well, that's not my fault. It's just
I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just
50-50 chance.
Bro, it ain't feeling like a 50-50 chance.
It's better that time.
Well, of course, because you had it in your hand. Bro, tall elves. That's me.
No.
Yes.
You're not an elf.
Yes, but I have like big ears.
You got ears?
I got big ears. And I'm very lanky and tall.
Elves have pointy ears. That's round, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, but I have the face of an elf.
Not really.
Kind of.
Elves look more regal and proper.
I don't know what regal means.
Like royalty. Bro, now you look like a Disney movie villain. You know?
Oh yeah,
like the guy
one of those butlers.
The guy in Ratatouille. Oh yeah, or one of the butlers. No, I think when I put in tall elves, I think I was talking about the elves from like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
Oh, I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah, so. I figured you have.
Good choice, Wyatt.
Well, they're basically the opposite of short elves. Like the elves in Santa's workshop and stuff like that.
Ah, so they're not nice and they don't make toys.
Yeah, these guys are very like, we're better than everyone. We're super splendid and fancy, kind of like that.
Magnificent.
Yeah, but other people don't like them. So I guess they think themselves magnificent, but other people don't think of them as magnificent.
This is not to be confused with dwarves, who are the same thing, but short.
No, dwarves are more like grimy and dirty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You're right. You're right.
Like, because they're all like they're working in the mine. Yeah. And they're like making axes and swords and stuff.
Yeah. So they're like dwarves and tall elves are like enemies.
Yes, actually, like in The Hobbit, they are enemies.
Oh, real, bro! I basically made The Hobbit at this point.
There's a little more to it. It's not just because of like their fundamental flaws. It's because the elves,
their socioeconomic beliefs.
No, actually, no. It's because the elves. I'm pretty sure it's because the elves didn't help the dwarves when Smaug the dragon was like tearing up the dwarves' home, which was inside the Lonely Mountain.
This is like in Parks and Recreation, where the Eagletonians did not help the Pawneans when they were suffering their economic crisis.
It's a lot like that. The Eagletonians are a lot like the tall elves.
Are they still rich and fancy and all that?
I mean, as of
current day.
As of the Lord of the Rings and stuff, yes, I would.
Interesting.
There also aren't any short elves in the Lord of the Rings in that realm, in Middle Earth.
Are they called tall elves or are they just called elves?
They're just called elves because there aren't any short elves. I was just doing that to specify, because if I said elves, then we could be talking about like the elves in Santa's workshop, or
which we could get to later, but
yeah, we very well could.
Yeah. I mean, like, what else about elves that are tall? What about?
Sorry.
What you guys something to say?
I said, excuse me.
I don't know what you said. Why?
Because I burped.
Bro.
I thought that's why you were like glaring at me. No.
Why?
I would never interject you with excuse me. I would just talk over.
Start talking. Yeah, I would. That's why I was like, why is he saying this?
No.
I don't even know what I was saying.
Something about tall elves.
Tall elves, yeah, and like they have. They have bows and arrows, right?
Yeah. That's like a tall elf sort of thing.
A classic like tall elf thing.
Like Legolas in Lord of the Rings. He's the archer, and he's got a bow and arrow. There's also cool. in this other world, in this book by, his name's like R.J. Salendinger. I'm definitely saying it wrong.
Sally Noter.
But he wrote this book series called The Legend of Drizzt, which is about dark elves, which are like elves that live underground.
Dark elves were also in Thor: Dark World.
Yes, but these elves would look different. These elves are like actually dark, like they have dark skin.
Yeah, I don't know why they were called dark elves. Probably because of the dark magic.
Well, I think all elves in the MCU or whatever are dark elves. They never just say elves, do they?
I don't think they've mentioned regular elves, but like I don't know why elves
I
would
think
come
it's
up
just the.
in
Well, I think
context.
it's because those elves are evil, so they're just like, oh, the dark elves.
They just
The
call them
elves
dark
in
elves.
the elves in Legend of Drizzt. Well, Drizzt wasn't evil, but I think all the other elves were, and they like hated humans or something. The elves also couldn't go out in the sun, but Drizzt
Vampires.
eventually could go out in the sun.
Vampiric elves.
I mean, they didn't want to like suck people's blood or anything.
Yeah, but like we're getting into like the subsections of different types of elves.
Yes,
tall
I don't
elves.
think vampiric elves are a thing.
So they are.
No, because that would just be like a vampire.
No, but they're an elf.
Yeah, but you don't call a vampire human.
What's a vampire human?
Just a vampire, I would assume.
I don't know if you can be a vampire and a human.
Okay, so then you can't be an elf and a vampire, just a vampire.
No, but like an elf is different. The aspects of an elf are different from the aspects of human. Like human is base.
No.
Yeah, an elf, all the other characteristics are just relative to base human form.
Well, I'm sure in elf's perspective, all the other characteristics are just relative to base elf form.
Yes, but humans came first, according to all of the drawings and comics.
What do you mean all the drawings?
Bro, elves are created by humans, so then humans are the base.
Yeah, but in that world, then elves weren't created by humans. Elves are
a different universe.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to have conversations?
What do you mean?
If everything is just relative to each other in a different universe.
No. I was talking about specifically in Middle Earth with the tall elves and stuff. Not elves aren't real, Aneesh.
What? Of course I know that.
Because that's of course everything is just base human. That's why there's the term.
That's why I'm like there can be a vampiric elf.
No, because then it's still just a vampire.
Yeah, but it also has elf features.
A vampire just has human features.
But a human is not a vampire.
And the elf isn't a vampire either.
But if you mix the two.
Well, if you mix the two.
Vampire You're just copying what I'm saying.
No, because if you mix vampire and human, then you get a human vampire.
Bro, that's like mixing water with like, I don't know, some sauce and then calling that like different type of sauce. No, it's just watered down sauce.
Yeah.
So it's just not, it doesn't change anything. It just makes it work.
Okay, then what's the elf version of the water?
If you would have like Alfredo sauce and tomato sauce.
No, because water is not the base of Alfredo sauce. Is it?
I mean, like everything is made of water. There's some water
to some degree, but if you drank
exactly, that's what makes it the base.
All right, bro. No, if someone was like, oh, this calls for 2 1/4 cups of water, and you put in Coca-Cola, people wouldn't be like, oh, not everything's made of water. Like that's not
because there's differences. So if you were to replace one with the other, then it wouldn't make sense.
All right. Human is water. Elf is vinegar. Vinegar.
Bro. Okay, sure.
Vinegar's closer to water.
I was just thinking of different sauces, but okay.
Well, water's not a sauce.
I know water's not a sauce. I was just thinking of liquids. I couldn't think of any liquids.
And you mix the vinegar in with the
water.
No, with the tomato sauce, and then you would call that like tomato sauce with vinegar in it. I see where I'm wrong.
How does this happen?
I just like talked myself out of I was like, if you put the water in it, then that's just tomato sauce but it's gonna be a little more liquidy. But the vinegar in
what
it,
it
that's
is.
gonna be tomato sauce that tastes like vinegar. My bad. I see where I went wrong.
It's okay. At least we're here now. You were derailed, but you came back. You've come back.
I'm so embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed. You're here now. I bet there's some viewers out there that don't even know.
After I just explained it.
Yeah.
After a believer, that's like if a flat earther was like, the earth is round and here's why. And the flat earthers listening to him were like, you're wrong. You are.
That's what happens.
Oh, bro, really?
Yeah. There was a guy I didn't see the whole video, but I've seen like clips of the video and all that of like a guy who was trying to prove that the earth was flat. And so he like built a rocket. And then after building the rocket, he realized that the earth was round and tried to convince people, and like people won't believe him. They were like, you've been convinced by the government that the earth is actually
I mean, I sort of get how they think the earth is flat, you know? Like not to sound like an idiot, but like, I don't know, if you were just out walking, seems kind of flat.
I mean, yeah, like sure, but like there's reasons for
why. Yeah, like there are scientific reasons, but like if you don't know them, like they could, if you don't understand the science behind it, then it could very easily just sound made up.
Yeah, I agree with that. But like when the information is presented, people just refuse to accept it.
Nah, even when the information is presented, there's like a science behind it that can still get like confusing, you know?
That is why I think that physics classes should be mandatory in high school.
No, I'll just take their word for it rather than learning about it.
Yeah, but like if you don't want to take their word for it, then
I'd rather just all right. If I didn't want to believe them, I'm not going to take a physics class to believe them. I'll just be dumb. And not
but then you're a problem.
Not if I don't talk about it. If I'm just a flat earther in silence, then it's all right.
Yeah, but most flat earthers are not silent. They have a flat earth society, Wyatt. They clearly are causing a problem.
That's not really causing a problem.
It is causing a problem. People have a distrust in science because of it.
I mean, but they're not going to become scientists or anything.
Yeah, but they're convincing other people that science is wrong.
Yeah, but just that specific science, and that's not really like on a need to know basis. I'm never going to have to like use that. I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to get the COVID vaccine because the earth is flat. Like that doesn't.
No, but like the idea is like, oh, if scientists are lying about this, then scientists are lying about other things too. They're just trying to, yeah.
You know what? The moon landing stuff, that whole conspiracy thing.
Yeah,
that's got to be real. But like, and I'm sure like a lot of the evidence put up against it to be like fake is probably just like fake evidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like people are like, oh, I can see strings on Neil Armstrong when he was on the moon.
And there there was like a picture of the boot print on the moon, and then a picture of the bottom of Neil Armstrong's boot on like his astronaut suit, and the footprints were different. And like, even if they were staging it, they'd catch that, you know, like they're not going to be, if they were staging
it literally would have costed more to fake the moon landing.
That's not true.
It is true.
What?
It is true. Bro, he's jumping. How are you supposed to prevent the guy from jumping and falling at normal gravity speeds?
With a harness. With a harness.
Yeah, but then you would see the stuff.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, you would see, bro. He's going to get an invisible string.
You can just make it really clear string.
The way he was jumping, like it's an acceleration. You can't really recreate that very easily. It would cost a lot of money.
I don't know. I mean, what was it? 1965?
Something like 69 or something.
Yeah, I guess TV wasn't as developed. It was it black and white TV then?
I think it was color.
No, yeah. Well, I guess it was in space, so there's not really a whole lot of color up there. So they could have broadcasted the thing in black and white. No one would have noticed because it's in space. And then they could have disguised the cables and stuff because they're broadcasting it in black and white.
I mean, maybe, but like you could also see the Earth in the background.
Bro, just put up a background.
Yeah, but it was in color.
Oh,
yeah.
Color that part in. Oh wait, no, because you're broadcasting it in black and white. I don't know. It'd be tricky to do. It'd probably take at least like a day of thinking about it. But even like if they were gonna stage it, they would catch the boot print thing, you know?
What if the government was trying to create a conspiracy? Do you think the government's just gonna like just let those things slide?
Yeah, they wouldn't make that dumb of a mistake. And the fact that like someone's like, oh, look at this mismatched boot, that just sort of proves that it's real. Because like the government wouldn't be like, they're not. I mean, they do dumb things, but they're not complete idiots, bro. Like they're not gonna
make a mistake like that.
Like Why that, would they do that? An obvious. That's what people use all the time to be like, were you walking home last night? Let me look at the bottom of your shoes. Anyone would have thought of that.
Yeah.
What if they like didn't and we're out here like defending them and
like trying to convince them and everyone's like, yes, AP Euro podcast. Thank you so much. We needed this.
A lot of math went into it though. Like getting to the moon, that's kind of crazy.
It's just so crazy.
Because isn't it moving and like we're moving and then you got to go and then
you can only go to the moon like certain times per year or every couple of years.
And like while the moon, because like we're spinning, the moon is spinning and we're also spinning like this and the moon is spinning. No. We're going revolving. Like this while spinning like this and the moon is going like this while spinning like this. And they had to land it on a spot where there weren't going to be any craters or anything. And they had to. What if they missed?
They would have all died.
They had to have thrusters on the back. They could have just like turned that.
I mean, they probably carried like a bunch of safety precautions because they didn't want everyone to die on board. They're like,
I mean, wasn't only like 3 people on board?
3 people, but it would have been embarrassing because we were racing the Russians.
Yeah.
That's also another reason why people don't believe the moon landing happened, because like the Russians beat us in everything. And then at the very end, we're like, we got a man on the moon though. And brought him back.
I mean, well, we've got so many movies about it, so it's got to be real, you know?
Yeah, like The Purge. It's got to be real.
Well, these movies are true stories. It says it before the movie starts.
You know, horror movies also have like based on a true story.
Based on.
The documentary is based on a true story.
but this one is like, whatever. Doesn't matter. Did the Russians beat us with everything? That's crazy.
Yeah, they beat us with the satellite. They beat us with Sputnik. Animal.
The satellite thing seems easy. You just got to shoot something up and
not have it come down. That's pretty hard.
How? Just break the atmosphere, right?
Yeah, but you have to be going fast enough forward so that you don't come back down.
What? So
Earth is pulling you down, right?
Yeah.
But if you're moving forward, the amount that it's going to push you down, because the Earth is a sphere, the amount that it pushes you down is just going to be as if you were rotating or revolving around it.
Yeah, isn't that what you want, though?
That's what you're going for. That's pretty hard.
Nah, you just got to shoot it up high enough so that it goes in orbit.
But you have to be moving fast enough so that it doesn't come back down.
Yeah, so you just got to break the atmosphere.
And also move fast enough so that you don't come back down.
Yeah, so like get past that point that you get in the orbit.
There's a lot of energy that goes into moving fast enough and also just breaking the atmosphere. It takes a lot of energy to get out of the atmosphere.
Yeah, but just like build a bigger rocket. Like that's the math behind it, you know? Like go faster. It's like any season of The Flash. Just go faster. You know,
I wish The Flash was better. Seriously. Like I'm so disappointed that
the first couple of seasons were like season 1 and 2 were like really good.
Season 1 and 2 were fantastic, to be honest. Season 3 with Savitar, I like the idea.
That was just the same thing as Zoom though, right? That was just like, I don't know, it's a guy that's faster.
Oh, well, really? No, but it was like who Savitar was.
Who was he?
I don't want to spoil it.
Bro, all right, whatever. I forget.
No, but this is like a real spoiler.
I finished season 3 and I forget.
But our viewers might have not finished season 3. And season 4 was with DeVoe, and I think I honestly didn't mind him that much. I just think it was executed badly.
I mean, yeah, if they executed it well, it would have been good. If you
anything executed well, would have. Season 5 was with the. Season 5 was cool. I just didn't like Barry Allen's daughter's character that much.
Yeah.
I didn't like her. And season 6 was with the whatever it was, Crisis.
Well, I'm sure Aneesh could be listing different seasons of The Flash all the time and just keep going. I don't know how many there are, but he won't give away any spoilers because of whatever reason. But since it wasn't spoiled, go watch season 3 of The Flash and the other ones because none of them were spoiled. And thank you for listening to another episode of AP Euro. I'm Wyatt Mency. That's Aneesh, Anand, and Trajan, and we'll see you guys next time.